I'm gonna do a short here in the hospital. Goody goody. Get to see all the stuff. I'm hooked up to IV right now. There are the feet. So sort of went in here with the idea that chances that they're going to be an amputation again, but just sort of didn't know how extensive all the damages and that type of stuff were. So with the left foot, as you know, I had the second and third toe next to the big toe removed, and then the metatarsals, which are the bones that go from the toe to the ankle, which is your bone structure in the middle of your foot. Because of that, I went out developing something called Charcot. It's CHARCOT. I guess it's Charcot's disease or something like that. But basically, you have a deterioration of the bones because there's so much pressure put on the bones that are left, and a lot of that damage is on the big toe, so the inside of the foot. So where the arch should be is now swollen out, like flattened out. The foot sort of goes to the left, to the outside, and the big toes like bent over. Sort of like you see the football players where their fingers, are bent in weird directions. That's sort of what I have. And with that foot, the second to the outside toe has to go, and the joint apparently is ruined. So unfortunately, doing that would create so much more stress. Basically, with what I have left with the toe wise and the front part of the foot, I'd basically be back here probably in a year or less and just have to go through this. So the surgeon thinks, he's a podiatrist as well, thinks the best thing to do to sort of set me up for hopefully not having to go through this again is to remove the first third of the foot where the toes are, and then just sort of everything gets folded over, I guess, or whatever you want to call it, which that's even a little bit of an issue with the wounds that are there, so I may have to do wound care for a little bit. But anyways, not a simple surgery, obviously, and then also because I don't have a whole lot of movement in my ankle with my heel, it's way too tight. They have to make some incisions in above the ankle, in the leg, to, I guess, extend or do something with the heel cord, so I have a little bit more movement. So I'll have the ability to push off and all that kind of stuff. And then I'll have to have like a prosthetic thing in the front of specialized shoes, because obviously my balance is going to be completely different. Now the right foot is a completely different monster in and of itself. The only thing I don't have back yet is the MRI from today, or known as the Boing Boing machine. It's a very unique experience. If you're going through it, it's different. But when they get that back, they'll have a better idea of how extensive the surgeries need to be. Right now, it's just 2 surgeries, one on each. Excuse me, one on each foot, and on the right, it's the second toe next to the big toe. That and the joint's completely gone. The osteomyelitis has destroyed that, so that has to be removed. The metatarsal most likely is going to have to be removed in that as well. Now, the MRI will show if there's any damage to the surrounding bones, which, praying and knock on whatever, that we don't have any more damage, because that's doable. Not enjoyable, but it is what it is, and it's not as extensive. And with getting the specialized shoes, that should help. But if there is more damage and stuff has to be removed, we're probably going to do the same thing that we did with the left foot and take off the front third and all the toes. Can only count to 10 now. But that creates a real problem. I'm basically going to have to completely relearn how to walk again. I'm never going to be able to go without the cane. I really don't know what to expect with that. I'm assuming I'm going to be in a rehabilitation facility for a while until I'm capable of actually doing something. So that's why I have the GoFundMe. I don't really want to ask again, but until this unemployment thing gets solved, disability is at least 3 months till you get approved. I'm trying to find a more local lawyer instead of the one in Harrisburg, just because my ability to drive and travel and that kind of stuff is going to really be held back by this, because I don't know how long this is going to take, and I'm assuming a while. I'm going to have to be on a PICC line again, probably for a month and a half. I'll probably have to get some wound center help with the left foot until that's fully healed, because there's so much soft tissue damage there right now. But anyways, I don't really know what to think right now, to be honest, on a personal level. I've reached that level of acceptance. I know it's going to be a long battle ahead. But it's what's got to be done. It's going to be a long road to recovery, and this one's going to be a lot harder than the last one, just because of the extensive nature of these surgeries, the amount of surgeries I have to go through. One thing that's good is I don't have sepsis. My health is actually pretty darn good, considering my blood sugars have been the best they've been in a while, so that's a plus. But it just sort of is what it is. So I'll keep you guys updated. I'm going to see how this video loads, and that will determine. I may try to do a bunch of those videos that Colleen and Angela, Kim, and Cheryl have sent me. I really appreciate that, because that's something that I can do. And plus, they don't take up as much megabyte when you're doing the audio and the pictures. That really helps. So makes it a much smaller thing, and it loads quickly. So I should have some stuff coming out. Like Friday is when the first surgeries are. If they do look at the MRI and they're like, gee, we're going to have to do the same cleanup surgery that we did on the left foot, that'll be Monday or Tuesday. And then till I'm released to go to a rehab facility, which is what I'm assuming is going to happen. Just because the whole learning to walk again, and I'm just not going to be able to be dependent or independent at that stage. And it's not fair to ask it of my friend that he basically helped me out in that regard. So, and it's just safety wise, it's less stress on him. So just really pray I could use it, and that's what I believe in. I did have one person say about like the thoughts and vibes. Like, the only reason I put that is because that's how some people feel, and I am trying to be inclusive to people's feelings, because I care about every single one of you, and I want to be caring in that regard to what your feelings are in that regard. So that's why I say I'm not disregarding power of prayer. I am a Christian, so I have how I feel and stuff like that in that regard, but I don't disregard any form of kindness, because if there's one thing this world can always do more of is compassion and kindness, and that's one thing what this channel has really taught me, the compassion and kindness of all of you. So I just wanted to give a physical update on what's going on from the hospital, and like I said, I'm going to be looking through my notes and doing what I can video wise and that kind of stuff. One thing I will say, the food here is fantastic. But anyways, I am sorry if the volume isn't that great. I'm not speaking that loud because I'm in the hospital. But anyways, I want to say thank you once again. Wanted to give this update. This is what I know right now. We're still sort of in the dark a little bit until that MRI stuff comes through tomorrow. We won't fully know how extensive this is going to be. I mean, regardless, this can be extensive. It's just how much more, and will it require a second round of surgeries. So it's not where I want to be. It's not what I want to have happening, but it is what's happening. So you accept it, you move forward, and we're going to continue to fight and continue to battle this. And at some point, I'm hoping I'm going to come out of this, and I hope if anything, with my struggles and videoing this and showing this, is that life is worth fighting for. And as hard as it is, and trust me, I've broken down a couple times. I will persevere. I'm not going to let this beat me. So, with that, I want to say thank you as always for coming along and continuing on this journey with me. I wouldn't be able to make it without you guys. So, thank you. And as always, you know it's me because of the cough. But that's another thing I want to talk to them about. To have them maybe give me a chest X-ray or something just to see what the crap is going on. Because it's just like it's been a weird series of events that have always led to, oh, the cough's gone, and then something else comes up. But there's got to be something going on that's causing this, and in the overall grand scheme of things, it's something that can be done to be gone, evil spirit. But with that, I'll say we will see you all about town.